Listen, get your tickets right now. $1 million worth of game times. Gillie Fest, my birthday party. We celebrating.
It's going down.
I told y'all we was introducing somebody every day. So far, we introduced G Herbo. We introduced Babyface Ray.
Finesse 2 times.
Finesse 2 times.
Just hilarious. Desi Banks and Benzo.
And Rob 49.
It's going down, but let me listen, he was gonna be 50 years old, man.
Fuck out.
How you gonna come out and celebrate that shit? You gonna be a half 100. It's cool. Listen, you better get your tickets. And we still gonna keep announcing.
Yes, we are.
But hit the link, get your tickets right now. It's going down.
That's right.
$1 million worth of game. Listen, you ready to check out another episode? What you need to do, buy some merch. You definitely need to subscribe and share to all $1 million worth of game. We got a bunch of different shows coming out. It's going down, but this Gillie Fest for his birthday, a half 100. We celebrating July 29th in Philadelphia. It's going down. Listen, we're going to be announcing some more people, but get your tickets. If you're not there, you're going to be upset.
And guess what? It's only $75.
All these acts, $75?
$75.
It's going down, man.
This is some shit you don't want to miss.
Get your
And most
tickets.
importantly, Gillie and Wallow gonna be there. $1 million worth of game gonna be there, turning the stage up, and it's just like that, right?
You're now tuned into $1 million worth of game. Listen, this is a Rolling Loud edition. Man, listen.
Because I rolls loud.
No, you be rolling bullshit.
Shit,
that shit
nigga.
you be rolling
Nigga,
bullshit.
Smoking mid?
Nigga, I ain't smoked doogie since 91. Back when it was reefer.
Yeah, that's when it was reefer. That's when it was weed, bud, whatever.
BC bud.
Yeah.
This episode of $1 million worth of game is brought to you by Molson Coors. We celebrate life's biggest moments with champagne. But everyday achievements deserve to be celebrated too. Whether it's closing out your to-do list, getting somewhere on time, or just making it through another hard day. So the next time you accomplish something within your everyday life, make sure you celebrate it with Miller High Life. The champagne of beers, because that's what living a high life is all about. Welcome to the high life. Living a high life means you appreciate quality and timeless classics. You believe the best part of life are not rare, but yet hard to achieve. You celebrate achievements with your everyday champagne of beers, Coors, like people have done for generations. So welcome to the high life. Go to Miller High Life /millions to find Miller High Life near you. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Right. This episode of $1 million worth of game is brought to you by Gametime, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Created by fans, for fans, Gametime is the ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets, sports, concerts, and shows, and they're guaranteed the lowest price. So if you want to go see Drake, you want to go see 21 Savage, you want to go to Gillie Fest, you want to go to an event in Boston, New York, D.C., and finishing the end of the month up in Philly, all you got to do is go to Gametime. It'll get you right. Any tickets, anywhere, Gametime got it for you. It's possible with the Gametime app. The biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats that you thought you could never buy. The purchase process takes just 2 taps and 10 seconds. And once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. No printer needed. The app also allows you to easily share tickets with your friends via text so you can get into the same game seamlessly. So easy. Just boop, send it right over, get into the game easily. So download the Gametime app or go to the website. Enter your email, redeem the code Dollaz, DOLLAZ, for 20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Right.
Today, what's important is we got some big shit today. Today is Rolling Loud, man. We got Tariq and Matt here. And they're going to be giving up $1 million worth of game about the biggest festival in the world, Rolling Loud, man. Like, it's just going down, man. Like, how did Rolling Loud begin? You know, how did y'all meet? When did it start?
Shit. Matt and I have been friends since 4th grade.
Mm-hmm.
We met through like a mutual friend, and then we just were in the same friend group. Matt used to make hella CDs like that this was back in the time where you were downloading
You're trying
music.
to get me in trouble right now.
No, you cool now. Statute of limitation ran out.
Yeah, you know something about that.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
burned mad discs, sell them, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so we had
Stamp the fronts,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
actual graphic.
Yeah, so like we were always into music, right? and just throwing parties. And we started throwing parties at my grandma's house, like high school parties, kegs, all that whole thing. And there was one party we did for Hurricane Katrina because we wanted to raise some money for the Red Cross. And we raised like $2,500. Charged the freshmen like $20 to get in, charged the seniors less, like $5, whatever. That's the first time we ever saw money from a party.
Yeah.
Like, damn, $2,500.
Then I was like, damn, we gotta donate this.
Yeah, you trying to smoke it.
I'm like, no, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so essentially we go to college. He went to University of Florida. I went to Florida State. And we saw these college kids our age. They were booking EDM DJs for nightclubs and pay the artist, pay the venue, sell the tickets. I was like, that seems easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
We could do that with our favorite rappers. And at that time, I was really into like Currency, J. Cole, Kid Cudi, Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller, Wale, Dom Kennedy. We did Dom Kennedy's first tour in Miami. Anyway, so nobody was booking that era of rappers at the time, 2009, 2010, 2011, the new school. Hip hop was in this weird funk. Rock the Bells had gone out of the business. So we just started doing the hip hop shows in Florida, small. Lost our ass on our first show.
How much you lost?
Around 30.
Yeah, 30 bands. We booked Rick Ross for an after party. So we didn't the first thing we did was not what we set out to do. We did a party, and then the promoter for the arena event booked the other nightclub and just out promoted us. Lost our shirt. So we had to go back to do what we did to get money together back then, and got that little money together. We booked Currency for 3 shows throughout Florida, did good business with those, sold out Miami, did pretty good in Tampa and Orlando. And then from then we just kept doing shows around the state of Florida for about 5 years as we built our database. And we started seeing.
When you say database, tell them about that, building that.
I mean, you want to touch on that a little bit?
I mean, realistically, back then it was like the social media reach was different, right? So realistically, you can't just announce something and think it's going to go anywhere. There wasn't a lot of support, so a lot of that was handbills. You know, you do ticket centers where you'd go to like your local shops, smoke shops, barbershops, whatever it is, and you'd give them a per ticket rep to sell the tickets. So really back in the day, it was Facebook groups, you know, that was kind of what was popping. And we would market the events as much as we could, but it was more just like, I remember going out every night to places, giving out flyers thinking, hey, that's going to convert to $25, $30, you know, and you build these teams. But then as you grow, you realize that most of these kids just take the flyers, they dump them in the trash if you're not washing. So it's kind of a lot of micromanagement, but that's really the only way to do it until all these social media platforms kind of came in where it devalued the handbill, devalued the billboard, devalued, you know, that sector of the business. But it helped us, of course, because
radio too.
Yeah, radio as well. And radio was big for us back then. We used to do a lot of that stuff.
We spent a lot of money at radio back then. On that Rick Ross show, we spent like $4,000 at radio.
Yeah. We did the whole like loop around where we like went there the whole 9, or he went there. But
we used to we were the first people that were doing Facebook ads actually in like concerts in Florida. Nobody else was doing them. We used to be able to hit the whole state of Florida for like $1,000. Right. Like really get a lot of engagement on our posts. So we would set the ads in the morning during the day and inviting everybody to the Facebook event page, getting sub promoters to do invites, got dope boys selling tickets hand to hand, et cetera, et cetera. And then at night, like he said, we're passing out flyers, we're putting up posters. I'm talking like we're getting in either his truck or my truck. We're driving from light post to light post, stapling posters.
Yeah, same shit we used to do. Absolutely.
The whole deal, right? But when I said database, I also meant like we also sold a lot of tickets online from running these ads. So we started building email databases of like lists of emails from each of the shows, you know, Dom Kennedy show, a Currency show, a Wale show. And then as the sound started changing, Flatbush Zombie shows, Denzel Curry shows, Rob Banks shows. And we started realizing like visually and also in the data, like visually at the shows, seeing the fans, and then the data, the crossover, the email address is like, oh, these are the same people going to some of these shows. Right. So at the same time, we're growing and we're trying to grow our business, but we hit a ceiling. We couldn't get past 2,000 tickets because none of the arenas would let us in. Also, the arenas are just really expensive.
Absolutely.
But at the time, we weren't affiliated with any of the Live Nation or AG Lives or none of that. So we couldn't get into the bigger rooms. So we were like, how are we going to grow? And then you see festivals like EDC or Ultra, which are EDM festivals. And like I said, Rock the Bells was out of business at the time. So we were like, shit, we need to create our own festival.
I think it's kind of like, I agree, but then like there was that phase of us where it's like, it wasn't even really a festival, right? It was like, we used to buy domain names. Like it was a domain era where you'd buy www.whatever.com, you know, and you'd be like, man, I could sell this, or like maybe I want to create a brand in the future. So Tariq and I would always like have a ton of domain names, and we still do this day, where we're like, that sounds cool. This sounds cool. This could be a clothing line. Like, I mean, you're just smoking weed and you're just thinking about like dumb shit, and then some things aren't that dumb, right? So one of the things that we thought of, obviously, was the name Rollin' Loud, because we would smoke a lot of loud. And at the time, that's when like the mid era was like exiting and BC buds and all that was out. And then all of a sudden you're not worried about getting hit in the face with a seed as you smoke a joint, right? It's like you're actually smoking high grade Cali, mid 20% THC type shit. So when we started getting all that kind of stuff, one, that improved our relationships with the artists, because they were like, yo, there's these crazy dudes in Florida that will book you, pay you, smoke you the fuck out. You know what I mean? And they do good business, and they get mad people to show up. And it's because of our networks that we created within the realm of like being in the scenes, you know, and being part of that smoke era, you know, which was big for us, because, you know, we had connections out west, and we were getting stuff in Florida, which was really hard to come across. So I think one of the biggest things was when we decided to do Rollin' Loud off the domain, right? We chose that name because it sounded cool. We're like, yo, we're going to make a smoke festival in Miami. It wasn't really like...
But was y'all really rolling loud that time or mid? What was y'all rolling?
No,
at the time,
loud,
we were
man.
smoking loud at that era. I've definitely been, I'm taking Wonder Bread, fluffing, trying to make it into some crib shit with some like...
You started quitting right around then, I think.
Yeah, I got over it because I just would smoke all the time. Like, if I'm doing it too much almost. So I'm just like, I gotta fucking be an adult. You know, I was sick of being a degenerate.
Well, I'm a fucking kid. It's safe to say.
I just do dumb shit, bro. So the less shit around me is the better. But I'll be doing everything with the artists. So back then, and my relationships with a lot of talent was based off partying. So like, we would do anything, bro. Like most artists would be like, yo, Matt will do what you got. Anything in your pocket, weed.
Yo, that's how Gil used to smoke crack. They be having a party. He just smoked some crack. I can feel it. He'd smoke crack. So, you know, it was crazy. Like, so I understand. That was Gil.
Right? I was smoking with Trick Daddy. I'm like, this ain't just weed. You know what I mean? Like, I was on some shit after that. You know, like,
Had a little butter up in it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's going on, but, you know, whoa. And so, you know, Rollin' Loud, the point is like, we realized that we outgrew what we were trying to do on the touring side. We were like, okay, we're building these artists. We have a great reputation. And we noticed that with Schoolboy Q, where we were like, damn, he's about to go tour with somebody else because we don't got the room.
Right.
So, you know, in LA, the warehouse parties were big, right? They'd be charging, blah, blah, rent a room. So we went around and found this spot in Wynwood initially that we were able to rent from these Russians called Soho Studios. And it was an open warehouse style. And I'm like, you know what? This is cool for us. We're going to do 100 artists, 3 stages. And that's how it started, but it was fucking chaos, right? Like it was just, we bit off way more than we could chew on the first one.
And did y'all really get 100 artists?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you book 100 artists?
You pay them.
But no.
It didn't cost as much back then.
But no. How many? I'm just saying.
It was a lot.
Did y'all
bro.
have an infrastructure there, or y'all was booking them yourself?
No,
We
we
booked
booked
them. We had the relationship.
Y'all sitting there on the phone,
A lot
running
of emails.
Running a lot of emails
That's
or
a lot of-
relationships. Because back then, like, you know, when we were rocking with Wiz, he was touring with Mac Miller at the time. And then, like, we're getting connections through, like, Big Sean through that. And then all of a sudden you're with Juicy J because this. And then you're with Ab-Soul. And then you're with Top. And then you're with Kendrick. Like, we were doing all these tours back then. We have a huge connection, you know, to all the talent. And they trusted us. And that was a big thing, you know. It was like, we're not just, you know, some rinky-dink promoters anymore. We really pay your back end every time. And And that was true.
Which is not always the case. You know, there's plenty of promoters we came up with in Florida that had a reputation for not paying the back end. So
Oh shit, most of them gotta see. This what most promoters base your back end off of. If there's a crowd in this motherfucker,
yeah.
Facts.
because you gotta understand, you got a lot of first time promoter losers. Oh, just ran into some money. What can I do with this money? I'ma throw a party.
Yeah.
Never throw a fucking party in his life.
Yep.
Ain't known in the party world. Ain't nothing, but he got some money. You know somebody who could talk to somebody to get him an artist. They gonna bust you in the head. You gonna get there. There's gonna be 200 motherfuckers in there, and most of them gonna be your family and friends.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Facts,
then
for free.
he gonna be sitting in the
Had no
motherfucking.
marketing.
He gonna be sitting in the parking lot or at the hotel waiting for his back end, and you gonna be talking about
Hold
you
up.
can't just show up and all this.
I got you when it's over.
I got it. It's at the spot though. You gotta come in.
So we got a
okey
good
doke.
reputation for always paying the back end, even if we were taking a loss. And we took a lot of losses. Like we were the first people to book Kendrick Lamar in Tallahassee. We did a show in 2012 with Kendrick Lamar at a 1,500 person venue. 700 people showed up. So we took a L that night, you know, with
But we
Schoolboy
gave him a
Q.
hoodie though.
Yeah,
And that
and he
hoodie
wore
he
it.
wore on the cover of the LA Times
Yeah.
interview that he did.
For our last company, Dopey and T.
Yeah.
So that
which
you could
was
find
cool,
that.
You know?
But so Schoolboy Q headlined the first Rolling Loud. We had just toured them the year before, and we sold out Miami, Orlando, and Tampa.
Right.
So we had a reputation of doing good business with these guys, and some of them we hadn't done business yet, but we had done business with the agent. So like Travis Scott was on the first Rolling Loud when he wasn't the Travis Scott that he is today yet. But
Post Malone showed up.
yeah, Post Malone was there.
You know what I mean? But no one knew who the fuck he was. We didn't even know who the fuck he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out with Key, Fat Man Key from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Key was managing Key, and Key knew.
Yeah, Key, the manager, was friends with Dre London, and they rode together with Post and Key, the rapper, down from Atlanta, and like Awful Records and everybody. But it was all relationship based, man.
Y'all got a special type of love for Currency?
Yeah.
Being that he was the first
Yeah.
one.
That's our
Yeah.
guy, man.
Yeah.
That's my
Moose.
guy.
Yeah.
Jet Life.
I mean, like Currency, it's like I picked his ass up from the airport in my Tahoe. I'm his biggest fan at the time, 2011. I'm like, Jet Life.
yeah.
You know, and I pick him up. Like, I'm like nervous as hell, you know, like, but now it's like we've probably done 30 Currency shows since then.
That's what I'm saying.
Plus all that we try to make sure he's on damn near every Rolling Loud. And he's just a legend, man. But you know what? He really motivated us. He showed us that what we were doing, we were onto something. And also for me particularly, like the raps just about like hustling and stuff. You know, I just related a lot to it and motivated me to get out there and grind. But he gave us that chance. Him and Musa gave us that
Yeah,
chance.
Musa. Shout out my man Musa.
Because we had
Just down there.
once we did it with Currency, we
You knew
were
you
able
could
to
do it.
But we were also able to tell agents and managers like, hey, we did this.
Right.
Here's our referral.
You had your proof of concept.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, hey,
Literally, like, low-key.
this rapper that y'all are like didn't even have a booking agent yet. We sold out Miami 1,000
Right.
tickets.
Right.
We did 800 tickets in Tampa. We did 600 tickets in Orlando.
Right.
So come book with us in Florida. We're the guys. Hit Musa if you got a question about us. And I think Musa probably got hit up a few times. Like, yeah, those guys are legit.
That's my fucking guy, Musa.
I love Musa.
No, but I'm gonna say this. You know what's the thing about Currency and Gil? Currency gave Gillie some of the best weed that any rapper ever gave Gillie.
Yes,
Oh,
he did.
yeah.
Any
That
rapper,
Andretti
like-
OG.
like-
Because I'm going to keep all real with you. A lot of these rappers smoke dookie, man. They don't even know it's dookie, man.
Nah,
They
Spit
smoke
has
knows
it
always
shit,
got the
bro.
gas.
He got-
When
he-
I went
yeah.
to I went to see him in New Orleans and I shot a music video for him. This was back when we used to wear a million different hats. So I shoot a music video for him. He's got a broken leg and everything, but he's smoking me out gas, like straight gas, always gas. There was a time when I took him to a plug's house in Orlando. He got like a zip or whatever, and he was like, we're smoking it that night. He's like, we're gonna need to get some more gas. I'm like, bro, you got a bunch. He's like, yeah, but this ain't really it, man.
Right. You know, that's me.
Yeah.
He'll tell you, I'll leave 2 ounces in the hotel room.
Yeah, it's
With a note,
bullshit.
you can have this shit.
So when we got to Miami, we got him right with our boy, and that's like our good friend now. So
Yeah.
So as it kept going, where y'all kept going from that, where you was at?
well, the first Rolling Loud, we did a lot of things wrong.
Like what?
Like the smoke alarm was going off the whole time.
No, that's not fair. There was 12 inches of rain
I was getting
in
there.
a day.
Damn.
The amount
That
of rain,
triggered
the amount of
smoke alarm.
The amount of
to go
rain the
off.
month of February in Miami historically gets in the entire month, we got in 5 hours.
fucked up.
Man, y'all was hustling back then, man.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't
they
had
did
no
a lot of
insurance.
things wrong. The Miami New Times wrote like a terrible article. They were like, man, like they put together a great lineup, but they did everything wrong.
And it was under the Rolling Loud name.
Because something happened with that guy. I think I like
He had
kind
like
of
a
fucked with him a little bit or something.
screw that guy.
I
But the important part was what we did right. Everybody performed. That as many people as we could get to perform. There was an outdoor stage that got rained out for some, so some smaller artists didn't get to perform. But the tweets that we saw, the Instagram comments we saw, were like, "That was the best show I've ever been to in my life." So like we knew that the fans had a good time.
Right.
Yeah,
The people that
exactly.
like that we those first 6,000 people or whatever it was that came to the first Rolling Loud, they had the greatest time, and they were ready for another one. So even though the first Rolling Loud we lost like $100,000, right?
Something like that.
Lost it.
He still hurt. He like, damn, something.
Man, my stomach hurts thinking about that.
He was
shit.
fucked up. He was in a fucked up position.
I was
then.
fucked up, bro. I was sleeping on my dad's couch. You know, like I don't come from money, nothing like that. You know, like I was in a tight spot. I'm be real. I ain't got nothing. You know, and like
Your pop looking at you like you still throwing them fucking rap concerts.
no, my
That's how our
dad.
whole family
My
was.
dad was an entrepreneur, and at the same time, he just filed for bankruptcy.
Damn.
So his whole shit got fucked up, and then he's just like, because I was just at that point, I'm like, fuck, I don't even know what we're gonna do. And then he was like, you know, you just got to get up. Ultimately, it's how you come back from these failures, quote unquote. But ultimately, you're paying a lesson to learn in your craft, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no education for what we're doing, and technically, you can look at this as, you know, paying to educate yourself.
We always looked at
because
it like tuition.
Yeah.
that's part of today, right? The $1 million you guys are gonna get are these
Yes.
are these little things that we're
Yeah.
talking about right now, where it's like, look, like lesson number one, you got to get up, right? And you got to look at the upsides and what you learned from the experiences, negative or positive, and figure out how you're gonna parlay that into the next chapter. So what does that look like? And the next chapter for us was like, yo, we shouldn't do this shit indoors anymore. This shit crazy. This shit got rained out, fucked up. Let's do it outside, and maybe we don't do May. or February. Maybe we shift it to a different month. So then we moved it outdoors, and we did, you know, 15,000 people 2 days. And then we were like, damn, you know, Ultra's over here. We should go over there. And then we moved it over there, and there was all this crazy shit that happened with the site and all this stuff that was on the news and all this, where they try to say that we illegally got the site or something weird.
Damn.
The
And
venue we're at
then-
was called Bayfront Park. That's where they do Ultra Festival, and it's owned by the city of Miami. So there's like a management trust in charge. So in practice, you just got to deal with the one guy that ran the place and do the deal with him, and boom, you can rent the venue. They had never had a vote for an event there since like 2007. All of a sudden, this some politician guy, Carollo or whatever, he's like, gets all scared about our event and says, we need to hold a vote with the Bayfront Park Management Trust if this event can actually happen. We're like a month out of the event. We're millions and millions and millions of dollars invested in the event. They're threatening to essentially pull the plug on our event. We lawyer up, essentially threaten to sue the city of Miami for $30 million. That was headlines. It was going crazy. Long story short, we won the vote 9-0 because I don't think anybody wanted that smoke.
City don't get sued, yeah.
Yeah, so we got to do the show. But that was a cool part of our story, though, you know? It's like they didn't want it to happen. It's like Khaled, you know? They don't want to see you win.
And another thing, too, is like what we learned, right? And this is lesson number 2, in my opinion, is like technically you can use ticketing revenue to cover your costs, right? But the downside of that is if something happens, you owe a bunch of people money.
Yeah.
Right. So like we saw, because you do pre-sales and all this, you could use that money to pay for your expenses. So you can run independent. We could be running independent right now this day. You know what I mean? Because of how you set that up. So that's kind of advice to promoters. Like if you want to take a bet, technically you can just sell tickets and use the ticketing money.
But what if you get sponsors though? Like, can
You
Man,
can.
we didn't get sponsors at a real scale until recently, to be real with you. That like we never counted on sponsors. We always counted on the ticket sales because the amount of sponsorship dollars we got those first years, I mean, they were negligible. We didn't really start making sponsorship money until we hired a new head of sponsorships in 2020, but then it was a dead year from COVID. So 2021 is really when our sponsorship money started becoming a real thing. It still pales in comparison to the ticket money, but the sponsors at first they didn't want to touch us. They didn't know what we were. They didn't understand like the idea of putting a bunch of rappers in one place and like all they thought of was liability.
Nothing not to happen.
Yeah, all they thought of was liability of
yeah.
associating with something like that. Now it's like we have so many sponsors that want to be a part of it. So it's a blessing now, but it's not always like that, you know?
Who's your top 5 Rolling Loud performances
of all time?
XXX Tentacion,
Without a doubt. Rest in peace.
Travis. You want to say a couple?
I mean, Uzi is a movie.
Uzi is unbelievable.
I mean? Cardi is
Playboy,
stupid
Cardi.
with it. You know what I mean?
You talking about Playboy, Cardi?
Playboy, yeah.
I'm biased, but Ski Master Slump God always shuts it down. Who else? Got some female love.
Right, but why you say you biased? Because you said that.
We manage Ski Mask.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's one of our
okay.
clients.
Yeah, so
Ski Mask just shut down Lyrical Lemonade.
yeah,
He just shut down.
yeah, man, yeah.
Cole Bennett joint.
Yeah, he absolutely.
I seen that
smashed
shit. I
it.
said, God damn.
Yeah. He
He brings the energy.
hit Juice. Did I say Juice WRLD?
Oh, you ain't say Juice.
Yeah, Juice, of course, as well. And then
Rest
so
in
Ski
peace.
Mask is like gift and a curse for himself. You know, it's like he's cursed by having lost his best friends, X and Juice. But then he's blessed that he maintains that pedigree. So like part of his set is like honoring them, but it's also just his
Like
songs
tributes,
themselves are like
you know.
dumb lit. I
That's
really
5.
like BK the Ruler is a really good performer. I like a lot of the smaller artists, you know. But as far as legendary, the people that we said, Cardi B was amazing in Thailand. Chris Brown.
Chris is
Yeah.
out of this world.
But you said something. You said you like some of the smaller artists.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Barstool Sportsbook. Now, why would you deal with any other sports books when we give out the best bonuses? We have the best parlays. We give you some of the best picks. I mean, you get picks from Big Cat. You get picks from Dave. You get picks from the one and only, me. Who, as we speak currently, I'm up something nice. But Barstool Sportsbook also is easy to use. It's right there. Let you bet on first innings. Let you bet on the first 5 innings. You know, there's a lot of things going on Barstool. But you got to be 21 to gamble. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. But why would you deal with any other sportsbook other than Barstool Sportsbook when we are the absolute best? And it's just like that. Right?
The question is, everybody want to know, how do I get booked for Rolling Loud? How do I get on Rolling Loud? That's like the go-to of all go-to for up-and-coming rapper.
Because the bottom line is if you get on Rolling Loud, you made it.
So just send $500 to this email I'm going to give you. Get a pen and write this down real quick.
Oh, shit. You know how many $500 be sent to
You ain't
that
get- you
money?
ain't get
saying-
500 million.
No, that's the real thing. I'm making a joke because like that's the emails we got. Hey, I just paid this person $500. It's like something at rollinglouder.net or some shit.
yeah,
and
yeah.
Or they'll
get
make a
links
Rolling
to it
Loud
on-
Gmail, like Rolling Loud
Yeah.
Miami 2020.
Like
why
Rolling
would they have a Gmail?
Like,
And not a
doesn't
.com?
make
Why would they have a
sense.
Gmail?
Yeah.
But like people pay it, right? And then we feel terrible because some of them are cap and full of shit. You know, they just want you to feel bad to get that conversation started and be like, oh, well, now I'm talking to the real guy. But like, ultimately, like we don't even really want to say there's a way. It's just keep doing what you're doing,
And y'all gonna reach out.
and we're gonna
But-
see you.
but
You
the
know,
way
it's, like,
is-
it's not like a submission thing, you know. It's not like people are always like, how do I submit? How do I submit to perform? Like, can I send you songs? Like blah blah. It's like stop putting the pussy on the pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to just work on your craft, work on your marketing. Stop hitting up promoters trying to get on their show. You already lost
Right.
when you do it that way.
unless
You're
you offer
asking
something
for a
on the
favor.
promoter side. Like back in the day, we used to do deals with people. Be like, look, if you can sell 50 tickets, we'll let you get a slot. Because that's a lot of tickets.
That's
Even if you
opening
pay
for
for that,
artists. Right.
that's on you. And that's
Right.
like how you start. Like real shit. Like if I was to give somebody advice today, I'd be like, listen, find a legit local promoter that's not gonna rip you off. Figure out how many slots he's actually got, so you're not with like 400 million other people, and see if it's worth you investing to fan steal potentially by getting on a stage with somebody, because the last thing you want to do is look dumb as fuck on Rolling Loud stage.
Right.
That's the last thing you want to fucking do.
It's gonna
right?
go everywhere.
Everybody's gonna see they're like, yo, that guy sucks, right? So it's like, if you're not ready, you gotta really be fucking ready. And people are like, I'm fucking ready. It's like, okay, have you performed before? Are you like, is your shit dialed in? Your set dialed in? Your man's dialed in? Like everybody's good? Like you're never really fully ready. Nobody's fucking fully ready. I don't care who you are.
And you know, a lot of people perception of reality is fucked up. You know, like bro,
Tell me about
your 10 homies the only person listen to you, right?
And they all on stage with you right now.
They don't even listen to you.
And they all, we don't even know who it is on stage because they all think they're the rapper.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like, you know, I looked at your YouTube numbers. Your shit been out for 10 months. You got 423 views.
And you're not even YouTube Pro. You have a free account on YouTube.
Looking at yourself.
Yeah.
Like, so people's perception of reality is just fucked up. Like when you ready, you know you ready in real life because people coming up to you. People are approaching you. But by the time you hit Rolling Loud stage, you already done been booked a bunch of fucking other places.
Facts.
That's why you got to Rolling Loud.
And if you haven't, you got the hype that we were like, oh, we can't even ignore this.
Right. But
We gotta pay.
by the time
We
they
gotta
get to
pay.
y'all, they've been booked all through the clubs.
Other people definitely
it's
been
very
wanting to-
rare that someone's never done a show
Right.
before, and they
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
like Ice Spice, maybe her first show might have been a Rolling Loud.
I
like,
think it was, but-
they brought her out in Toronto. DJ Charlie B, or who brought her out?
I don't
Somebody brought her out in
remember.
Toronto. But for the most part, you get hot. Like to directly answer your question, market your music in ways stop spending your time DMing people like us.
Yeah.
Like,
DMing me.
I ain't gonna see it.
Like,
you know,
any
it's
of
no
us,
disrespect.
right?
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna
You
see
should
it.
DM TikTok influencers and see if they'll charge you a fair amount of money to make a video to your song. Or you should DM the smaller rap blogs, hey, how much to get a post about my music? Stuff like that you could actually see some results from and grow your fan base. That's worth it.
But honestly, I'm just keeping it real. What he just said just happened earlier today to me. A guy, and I kind of respect the guy even more now that you said, because he said, I want to perform on Gillie Fest. Give me 100 tickets. I'll sell 100 tickets. But I'm like, we don't have tickets, bro. We got a link that you can buy the tickets from. But the fact that that's how he came, and you just said, if you want to get in the game and you trying to go to the promoter and say, yo, I could sell 50 tickets for you. That's how he came. So shout out to that guy that was in my DM earlier that I read. I respect you.
That's respect, because like you're coming to the party with something. You know what I mean?
That's how it was for us back in the day. We would put 5-10 openers on a show, each responsible for selling 50 tickets.
Right.
You know?
You
You had
got
to
your
do
whole
what you
base.
could,
That's
'cause we were
250 right
breaking
there.
a new sound in Florida. Like there's people weren't trying to go to hip hop shows like that back then. Like they were like, you want us to do what? Go to see who? Yeah, that's what I want you to do. Like, nah, all right, so I need Joe Schmo, him and that selling 50 tickets each to try to get some people in there, and they never sell all 50 tickets.
No, they always got to come out of pocket.
Yeah.
And
like,
I'm like a savage with it. They'll be like, yo, I sold 47. I'm like, you ain't going then. And I'll be like, you give me the money. Like,
buy 3 tickets.
that's not how you don't go to a store and you're like, listen, I'm like $8 short, but like, they'll be like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And like, you can never, I always learn is like, no one ever like was like, oh, you're having a terrible day. Let me just like wipe you down real quick, get you some new shoes and like buy you lunch. The fuck out of here. Where the fuck's that at?
Right. That don't
Everybody
happen.
kick the shit out of you, spit on you, all kinds of shit. You be a worst day. I saw this meme the other day. Is like, be a man. It was like, be a man. Don't let somebody else ruin your day. Ruin your own. You know what I mean? That was like the shit I was on the other day. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm a bad day. I'll make sure that like I fuck my own day up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a person that believe I never really had a bad day in my life. I only had bad moments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like me and somebody could be going through something, have a disagreement. As soon as I leave, I smoke some weed. I ain't thinking about that shit. What happened earlier?
You in the clouds.
Yeah. That was like last week. They're like, nah, it was like an hour
I'll tell you
ago.
what, though, talking about these problems make me like reminisce, like, because now the problems we have get so crazy. It's like way harder to deal with. Back then, it was like when the problem was get enough openers, selling enough tickets, or selling 100 more tickets to an 800-person show, man. Those were like, it's crazy because back then it felt super stressful. But now it's like the issues we deal with are levels of magnitude more stressful.
Yeah, because y'all be giving one person $1 million to come.
You ain't lying.
No, I've seen it. Trust me.
I've seen it.
I've personally seen it.
A big artist.
A big artist. He
No,
was like, no,
yeah,
that's
that's
what Rolling
facts.
Loud. I was like, damn. Free thugger.
There's artists that get less. There's artists that get more. You know what I'm saying? We
Shit,
spend
Doug,
good
come out.
money
I
on.
got
I'ma
$1 million.
keep it
I
all
got
the
$1
way
million
real.
for Doug right now. I get out.
Listen,
I'll be his first bag out the gate.
it's moments in life where you understand, like, okay, it's levels to this shit. When he showed this shit, I was like, damn. Like, we was talking about that shit for like 3-4 days.
We was in the studio.
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
But you heard that. Isaiah, he said, Thug get out, he got $1 million for him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got $1 million.
You
right
know,
now.
but I ain't gonna lie though. That number might have won.
It might went up though.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, I like that. So we gonna work on like 2. I mean, we gonna do it, Thug.
Man, you guys are a tough bargain. Right
We
here.
got
Sounds
to.
like, yo, Doug, you got some new agents already,
Listen, I
man.
need to get my man too.
Call Mike G, man.
We had talked to
I need to
Thug.
hit up Mike G.
We talked to Thug not too long ago. He was laughing the whole time, and he was in good
That's
spirit.
beautiful.
He was in
Love
good
to hear
spirit.
that.
Doug
He was
and I
laughing.
have had the most interesting moments together. This is in San Francisco, like 2018 or some shit.
17.
And we were sponsored by Square at the time. And this guy Michael hit me up. He's like, Jack from Twitter wants to come. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
You don't know who Jack Dorsey is?
I didn't. I don't
Damn.
have
He
Twitter.
told me,
He ain't
I'm
got
like,
Twitter.
bro, this Jack.
So listen, I'm like oblivious to a lot of shit. I don't watch sports. I don't watch a lot of TV. So half the time I don't know what the fuck's going on.
What
So
do you watch? YouTube?
I don't watch TV like that. I'll be
Damn.
real with you. I'm not even on. I'll either watch a movie or something, but I'm not like an advocate to like knowing what the fuck's happening in the world. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
that's how he
I'm
be.
in my bubble.
That's how he be. I'm the one
I
that be
don't
on
care.
that.
I'm like, turn that
He's
shit
on
off. I'm
everything.
bet. Like
That's
I'll
him.
drive my car in silence.
Like, if I told you some of the mistakes I made, you would be like,
And I'd be like, what?
No, I'm like
That's how I be.
low key is disrespectful, but I don't mean it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'll be walking by people all the time, and they're like, "Yo, fool, you just." I'm like, dude, I don't know, right? So, anyways,
It was 2017 San Bernardino.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jack's like, I'm like, have Jack from Twitter text me because everybody wants to go. You know, fucking, I'm probably gonna get a call. So and so wants to go. It's not even the person, right? They're just capping. They want some tickets. So cool. Jack hits me. Oh, I'm landing, but I'm only coming if I can meet Young Thug. I'm like,
Jack Dorsey. Jack
yeah, that's what
from
he said.
Twitter.
I'm
He
like,
wanted to
bro,
meet Young
you want to
Thug.
come here? We gonna talk. We'll talk, and then I'll go see if Thug wants to meet you, type shit. Cause I was close with Thug. So he comes, blah blah. I'm like, you gotta give me some fucking advice. Like, give me some shit. I'm about to introduce you to this man. Like, I don't fucking have Twitter. I don't even have a blue check. Nothing on my shit. And I'm not gonna make one. He's like, oh, make a Twitter. I'm like, fuck you. So then he was like, we were in my section, we're talking, and he's like, yo, you hear of Bitcoin? I'm like, what is that? And this dude's explaining to me about this electronic thing.
Jack Dorsey.
I don't even have a fucking computer.
Right.
So I'm sitting here, I'm like, dude, this guy does not know. I don't have a laptop. I'm electronically challenged. Everybody knows this about me. I'll throw a
yo, I
laptop.
don't got a laptop.
I'll throw it against the wall. I don't have one to this day. I want to be clear.
He's
And
talking
next
about
advice,
something in the computer,
if you
he's
can't
gonna
do what you
slam
can
the
do on a computer on your
On
phone, then you're fucked up.
I'm done.
You're done.
Yeah.
So non-computer boys right here,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So fuck a computer, but like then Jack's like, all right, Bitcoin. He's explaining to me this fucking thing about Bitcoin. I think this guy's fucking on some shit. I'm like, you know what? I've done some fucking acid. I've done some crazy ass drugs.
He on something.
He on some shit. So I'm like, hey, by the way, you got anything? Because I'm thinking like I'm gonna chip with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This sounds like a vibe. The guy from created Twitter. We're about to go tweet around like a little bird. I'm gonna see these birds around my head.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. Yo, Bitcoin, cool. He's like, take everything you got and put it in Bitcoin. I'm like, great. I look at the market at the time. It was like, I don't know, like 1,700, 3,000 a coin, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, great advice, Jack from Twitter. Shout out Jack, by the way, because I do fuck with Jack. Now at least. I bring him to Doug. I go in there. I'm like, Doug, this guy wants to meet you. He's like, who's the guy? And it's just him and his girl. And I'm like, the guy from Twitter, he's like, oh, Bluebird. He's like, bring him in. So I bring him in, and Doug's like, doesn't know him. So I'm in between him and Thug. I'm like, hey, Thug, this is Jack. Jack's like, you're my inspiration. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, how the fuck is Jack inspired by Thug?
Yeah.
But genuinely, Jack loves Thug. Like
loves
on a
Spider.
weird level of like influenced by music, he's obsessed with Thug.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jack, by the way, you got to come out and talk about this, by the way. But like loves Thug. Right. But like it was so awkward because Thug doesn't take compliments that well. So Thug's like super quiet, and then it was so fucking awkward for me. I'm like, I dipped on Thug, and I left Jack, and I'm like, whatever happens at this point happens.
I remember you came in the trailer like, yo, I just had the weirdest conversation.
Weirdest shit ever.
This is a
But
picture
shout out
of,
Jack.
when we met Jack, though. That was at
Where's
that
Jack
show.
a legend.
This is that show. This is the show you're talking about.
Yeah.
See, as y'all sit here and say it, right? I have no fucking idea who Jack is.
Jack
He's the
Dorsey.
guy that started Twitter.
Neither did
Dorsey.
I until I met him.
I knew
Shout
who
out
the
to
fuck it
Jack. You a fucking
Shout out
legend.
Jack.
Yes, he
But
is.
I live in my own bubble, man. And my bubble consists of a lot of weed smoke and a lot of work. And I don't really...
And Gillie Fest.
Yeah,
Gillie
Gillie
Fest.
Fest.
Shout out Gillie
Word, man.
Fest.
Shout out DC.
Shout out to Gillie.
Yeah, now listen,
He's
we
a cold
need
motherfucker.
the top 5 things. You know, we starting Gillie Fest. You know, July 29th is going down Gillie birthday, so we do celebrations on his
Why
birthday.
isn't it Wallow Fest?
No, because it's his birthday.
It's my
I mean,
birthday.
and he's the rapper. I was the manager. So,
like that.
So what's going on is
Don't
this.
you believe that
I was his manager. So what's going on is this. We did 2 years ago. We did his birthday at the Met in Philadelphia, and it was like 2,600 venue. We sold 2,600 tickets, not even telling people that we was bringing artists there.
Right.
It just was me and Gil. Yo, come to our live show. Come to our Gillie birthday. Come celebrate. So when they get there, we have Jadakiss, Fabulous, Freeway, Beans, B. Simone. We had all type of people
Everybody
come.
from Philly.
Listen, yeah, something like that. So we had people come and perform on a surprise joint. So we was like, damn, you know, last year we ain't do nothing. We ain't do nothing last year. I don't know what
No,
we
we did my party.
Oh yeah, we had this party, a regular party. You know what I mean? Suit and tie shit. You know what I mean? Harlem Nights. So we said, yo, we gotta do something this year, cuz we gotta do something, right? So we said we're gonna do Gillie Fest. So now this year, we got a spot, hold like a little bit more than the number last time. And performing, we got G Herbo, Peasy, Babyface Ray, I Swear Vezo, Rod 49, Finesse 2 times. We got Desi Banks comedian. We got Just Hilarious, Skilla Baby, and we add more people. Probably Sauce. We add more and more people. The whole thing was we need y'all to give us $1 million worth of game of how to build this and how to keep this around. Because I'm figuring like we not just gonna do this for his birthday. We're gonna keep coming back by the fall. You know, keep coming back. Might hit it somewhere else, but we won't keep. Or we might just keep it in Philly. What is y'all 5 tips, $1 million worth of game from Rolling Loud of what we should do and how to take
Come
skill.
on, give us the
I like
best
that.
tips.
I say
You
one-
give him 5, and then I'll give him 5.
Yes,
Oh,
10.
oh,
We get
oh,
10.
You get
We get
10.
Gillie Fest.
Can't do
But it
2.5,
might be the
2.5.
same tip.
It
So
don't
maybe
matter.
it's
I
like,
say one thing you're doing right is you're already merchandising it. So you got the Gillie Fest hats. I think an important thing for building the brand is building the merch around it. And all like at the flyer, like not just the merch, but just branding the name Gillie Fest, so people start expecting it and start associating it with what you're doing. Another thing I would say is, sounds like the beginning of this journey for you guys had a lot to do with some surprise guests. So I would say some of the people you're booking or you're calling in favors for or whatever, don't advertise them.
Oh, we not. We
We
got
not
some big
we got
ones.
what's the name coming too? Allen Iverson. He said I got to be there and come and show
Fire.
support.
Yes.
So we got that. He's coming. He's
But we got
they know about him.
Yes,
some big
keep
people
some
that's
names tucked.
yeah.
Like
you think you
something
can beat
Yes.
him in basketball?
No.
No. That's the goat.
That's where you fucked up. You gotta believe in yourself.
Nah, I do believe in myself,
Billy,
but
you gotta
sometimes,
believe in yourself,
sometimes
guys.
you got to know with it. Now I might get Chuck now. Back then,
No, you ain't getting no
hell
fucking Chuck.
Nah, I get Chuck right now.
You got to understand. R. Kelly believed he could fly, but he can't fly out of the prison yard. So that's not always the truth.
not yet.
That's not the truth. You so that mean you can. You know what I mean, you can believe some shit.
yet.
But if you really believe you can fly, or you can fly out of the prison yard, go right to your yard,
Out of there.
get out of there.
Nah, but you see they delivering the Domino's pizza.
Yeah, I got $1
with
million for R.
jetpacks
Kelly
now.
too, low key, if he gets out.
He said he got $1 million for you. All right,
You got 2 artists I'll book through you guys.
okay, bet.
All right, so I gave you 2 tips.
Yeah.
Third tip,
No, back up. I told you we pushing close to $1 million. We can come in between for Thug.
We can negotiate because
Like,
I look at it like I'm booking bulk through you now. So now I got a lot of money moving through you. I think we can figure
Swallow
it out.
agency.
No, this on the strength. Listen, this what I'm doing. I don't even need no kickback. I'm gonna just let Thug get
How
it.
the fuck is you negotiating for Young Thug and R. Kelly?
No, I ain't saying
The
R.
fuck
I'm
is-
not. You negotiating for R. You was
Oh,
in
you-
R house.
you R. Kelly's agent?
You was in
Okay, I
R.
got a
Kelly
million
house.
for
You slept in R. Kelly house. I didn't.
Hey yo.
And you been there?
You ain't sleeping in this. You
That
been,
sound crazy.
but did you sleep in his house?
We all spent the night.
Not me. I wasn't there. I was
Wait,
in
so
jail.
there's more than just you sleeping with R. Kelly?
Thank you. Say no more.
I
I wasn't
wanna
there.
piss on you. Piss
I wasn't
on
there.
you.
Listen, man.
I wasn't there.
Listen, I stayed there. We all spent the night.
Say
in
no
our
more.
shit.
We're not gonna talk about
How
what
many
happened.
closets are in R.
Trapped in this
Kelly's house?
closet.
What closet did you open? Did you keep
How
your
many
clothes
closets
in?
are there?
Trapped in this closet.
I mean, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. All right, so we gotta get the rest.
Damn, it rains inside R. Kelly's
But
house.
I'm
This
looking
is
at like
crazy.
I'm looking at for Thug. I'm looking at like 1.47.
Where'd you get that
1.47.
from?
Where's
Where'd you
the
get the 7 from?
Just because. So
Nah,
you
you
the best
failed
guy.
as an agent. All agents do like round new numbers, like 200, 500.
That's the old agents. You got to bring new shit to the
So
game.
you operating like odd numbers now.
Listen, man, Thug got a new album that y'all ain't even hear yet. I heard
You
it.
got to be the first agent to charge cents on Thug. So it needs to be at 1,473,036 or some shit. Ain't nobody done that.
I'm doing
I've
some-
never
Nobody
done. We've
done this.
never booked an artist that charged just point something cents.
Never.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I'ma
do
do
that
it
shit to
then.
That
throw
could be
somebody
you.
off.
I'm gonna do
Next
that.
time we negotiate with Barstool, we gonna do that.
Yeah, do
I
that.
need some extra coins,
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, Dave, my guy. So
61 cent.
finish telling us.
Facts.
I say so. Third tip, you really just gotta curate the fans' experience there. So
Oh yeah, we got some dope stuff.
food
dope
and
activations.
beverage, activations. Give them something to do other than watch the show.
So there we got we got about 6, 7, 8 food trucks. We got photo
Some
booths.
games.
We got games. We got everything. It's gonna
Nice
be
stuff.
an inside outside situation. We
you go.
you know we
You
see
got
what
that
you,
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we see what you guys are doing,
They
man.
checked that off the list. That wasn't
Yeah.
good advice.
Hey man.
No, that was great advice. That just let us know that
What
we're
about
doing something right.
What else? I know.
All right,
What else
so
we got?
number 4, I'm gonna go with. All right, so when I don't even know, I gotta think. You got something? While
Man, I
think?
got a bunch.
Come on, give us a
I
ball.
got so much
You messing
advice.
something- I thought you was gonna say something important.
My
But go ahead.
first thing that I would advise people is not to throw festivals. Right? So
Go
that's
ahead.
like, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Like, this shit is fucking hard, right? And like, if you don't have some type of base or you don't have some type of background knowledge of the industry, you're fucked. You're already fucked. You're gonna lose, right? So what's great about Gillie Fest is you guys have your base already. So my most advice for people that haven't done it before, it's like, listen, why don't you go work for a company or why don't you go get your feet wet and see if you really want to go down that road, because it's a fucking commitment, right? You guys are committed. You guys are wearing hats.
Yes.
So automatically, I'm like, these guys are
You wear
fucking
hats, you're
serious, right?
committed.
Artists booked.
Like, booked
It's this
Venue-
printed merch.
When is it?
July 29th,
July
next month.
29th.
Oh,
July
shit.
29th.
It's
The
Shout
venue
right
out
booked
July
after
29th.
us.
The venue booked all that.
Yeah.
I mean,
So that's my first piece of advice is like, if you ain't really about it and you need to at least go work for Gillie Fest, intern, sign up on the email, interns at GillieFest.com, free staff for you guys, of course. That's
Yes.
amazing, right?
yeah,
I made up the email, by the way. It's not real.
yeah. I like that.
The next thing is like, you know, Tariq kind of mentioned it a little bit, but it's like, you gotta like dial in your verticals, right? So anything you can make money off of. So sponsors, make sure you got a fire sponsorship deck, even if
Yeah.
it's all cap as fuck, and you ain't got really shit going on. Be like, yo, I got fucking Jay-Z coming. Ooh, probably, you know what I mean? After that, really small, like probably, you know, like
Special invited guests.
everyone is coming, like.
Yeah.
So many special guests, biggest shit ever. Capacity, I don't know, like 20,000 maybe, whatever. Sell them the world, bro. You know, and just take great care of them and fucking give them a great product, because at the end of the day, like, sponsors want to just be a part of cool shit, and you guys are cool people. So I think automatically a sponsorship deck is super important. Add some extra shit on it until you big, and then like it is real. But like the conversion is real. Like the people that you're gonna have there fucking with the product is cooler, you know, because of the way you guys can maneuver the product. So I think that the sponsorship is huge for you guys.
We only charge the $75.
I want to sponsor
What's the
that.
capacity of the venue?
You want to come in?
For $75? Send me the Venmo. I got that. After the
Listen,
75.
no.
3,000. 3,000.
No, we trying to say it's Rolling Loud trying to sponsor Gillie Fest.
Yeah, I'll sponsor for
For
$75.
$75?
No, not for
Deal.
$75. What do you mean? He said a ticket. He said a ticket.
said there was 75.
Yo, he's saying the wrong shit. He don't talk. I talk that.
How much?
Listen,
How much?
$75.
$75.75.
How much for a sponsorship deal right now?
No, we ain't gonna say it on the air, but we going when we
For Rolling
done.
Loud.
Rolling Loud. We
Yeah.
gonna talk. I'm dead serious though.
Listen,
We can
you
talk.
talking crazy ass numbers over here, Mr. Million.
No, listen.
I know this is called $1 million worth of game for some reason. You about to trying to hit a lick on me.
No, I'm just saying, man. We live a certain life, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna send.
we
I'm
need
gonna
$1
you know
million
what?
for that.
I'll pay you $1 million for Gillie Fest as a sponsorship.
Oh, shit.
After the show, maybe.
After which show? See, try to kill us. See, he was a bull.
That's
Gillie
my
Fest,
third. That's my
maybe.
third piece
Like
of
the janky
advice right
promoter in the
there.
parking lot.
I just said my third piece of advice. Try to wait as long as you can to pay vendors, because at the end of the day, they fuck up half your shit. So what I just said was super important because I made a joke about it, but ultimately, you know, a lot of these vendors that are charging you for barricades, tents, this, staging, they're always forgetting something or they might fuck up. So it's
Yeah.
like try and pay them as little amount as possible as you can to lock them in and pay the balances 7 days to 30 days after.
Okay.
So that's a
like
piece of
that.
advice for
I
you
like
guys.
that. Was major.
That was major game right there.
That was good shit. The next
I'm
thing,
a person that always want to get shit out the way.
nah,
Yeah, that's
keep that
him.
shit
Get
close
it
to
out
the
the way,
chest.
man.
Nah, you gotta have some leverage, man. Like
You
if you
need the
pay all
leverage.
your vendors everything up front, what you got to hold over them
Nothing.
when
They're
they're
gonna
gonna be
fuck
like,
up.
yeah,
They
next
fuck
year
up.
we got
That was
you. And
game
you're like,
week.
well, I
Gotta
might
have-
not be here next year if I don't do the numbers.
Right.
So that's another piece of advice.
I got another one.
Yeah, go ahead. I did 3.
So,
I got
yeah.
2 more.
So yeah, I think I did 2 or 3. I don't
I
remember.
think you
but
did 3.
Yeah.
content is king, as you guys know,
Oof,
because
that was a good one.
you guys are primarily making content right now.
Yeah.
So for our festival, one of the biggest things that helped us grow was capturing content at the festival and putting it out in a timely fashion.
You hear that, Kev and Sean? That's them.
Yeah.
They the content kings.
So it's
guys
like
better hurry the
you
fuck
need to
up.
like as it's happening, you need to be putting content out. You need to be having some setups backstage to get
Well, they throwing it out right
content,
now.
Some private,
Oh.
you know,
This
behind
interview's
the
already
scenes
out.
Footage
Like, when
of
you
the
see this-
artists, interviews with the artists backstage. But content is king. It's going to be able to show the world how lit Gillie Fest is, so that they're going to build. It's going to build FOMO for next year. People are
Fear
like,
of
man,
missing out.
I can't miss Gillie Fest because damn, they're watching it on their phone this year because they didn't buy the ticket and it's sold out, and they're like, fuck, I gotta be there next year. They had everybody, and I didn't even know they were going to have so and so, and now look, oh my god, they had so and so. And so speaking of artists, that brings me to my next thing. Next tip is, which y'all probably already know this, but go the extra mile to take care of your artists.
Yeah.
So with your sponsors, get them to throw in gifts for the
Yeah,
artists.
we take care. Yeah.
tree,
Like,
We already
like
got
all
that.
that.
We already got that together.
At least I know we on point.
Gilly
man.
Weed that
but
we're
take
partners
good
on.
care of the artists so that they start telling other artists like, hey, yeah, man, I just did Gillie
Yeah.
Fest. It was lit. They took good care of me. The crowd was lit. Blah, 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 blah. I got this, that, and the third. It was a good time. So content, artists, is that, did I do
We had
5?
4 out of the
No,
5.
he forgot one important thing. That's my thing. You know, was my thing. Y'all
Merch.
forgot what I love. Security.
Yeah.
I don't play that shit. I'm not playing like I got too much money on the line. I'm not playing no fucking games.
Yeah, you can't
I don't
cut
give a fuck what
corners
type of
with
artist it
security.
is. You're not coming in there a certain way. You got to have proper security to get in there a certain way.
That's fucking
like,
right.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
It's not just like, just don't. So just to give you a security tip, not that I'm a security expert, because I don't want to get sued and then they say I'm saying I'm a security expert.
Yeah.
Been down that road. You want to make sure that whoever you're hiring to run your security is able to explain to you on paper very simply how they're deploying the guards. You need to see a dot map of where the guards are going to be on the map. You need to know where the managers are going to be, what the chain of command is if you need to do a show stop or a show pause. You need to know where all your checkpoints are, and you need to walk through them. You need to really understand this stuff, because if you don't, there's going to be leaks in that system.
Oh, I already know.
Oh, I'm on.
You got
It's
security
a
gonna be taking
problem.
300 to get in through the side door and
They'll
all
take
that old
20.
crazy, all that old crazy
Yeah,
shit.
$20.
Yeah.
300.
I ain't
So
going
you
for that
need
shit.
cameras on your entry points that are seeing that happen. We've
Yeah,
caught
cameras
that
are important.
multiple times, because a lot of times the guards are getting hired. No disrespect to guards, but a lot of times guards are getting hired last minute off Craigslist because the company that's hired to do security can't find enough guards, especially for an event of our size, right?
I didn't even know Craigslist was still there.
It is.
I know it's still breathing.
It's like you need like 500 plus securty guards for Rolling Loud.
Damn.
So as thankfully Gillie Fest isn't that big
No, we
yet, so
cool.
you
We
can
need
have
5. No.
a little more than 5. But
No, we
you
need
hear me?
about
They'll
50.
grow with it, right?
Do y'all also have local authorities there?
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you have to.
Yeah, we
You have to
spend
be
a lot of money
supportive
on
and-
police.
Plain clothes, all that shit, huh?
They need to make sure that they need to understand that we're supportive and we're not here to do something we're not supposed to do, right? So
Yeah.
that's really important, just to work with them and let them know what you're doing.
And to give them some money.
Make sure and
Spend
you
some
gotta
money
pay
with them too. Let me
Oh,
spend
they,
some money with y'all.
they like that
Off-duty,
off-duty cop rate.
Absolutely.
It's good.
Fucking
pay.
right. These get to sit there. They be out there looking at
Looking at the
they
show,
look at
eating
that
their
ass.
snacks.
No, they be
Yeah,
out there in the truck.
facts.
Look at that ass.
See, but you got to make sure that you got the type
Yeah, on
of
that.
guards and police that aren't on that type of time. Because of
can
course
have it,
there's going to
though.
be some people like that, but you need to have the real ones there too that are suited and booted, ready to
Yeah.
for shit to
Oh
go
yeah,
down.
hell yeah.
Yeah. That's what it's
But a
about.
lot of them be sitting in the truck.
Or they just
I'm getting
you know
150 an hour.
no, they leave. They park the car.
a
Their
lot.
boy picks them up. They leave, and they're like, "I was in the car the whole time."
Yeah.
One of my pieces of advice is, when you look at the cost of a ticket, right, and you guys are trying to hit your margins, create some type of uplift. Like you got to have some type of VIP ticket, because what you'll see is like a VIP ticket usually will be 3 or 4 times the amount of a GA. So if you can create some kind of experience for these individuals that want to spend more money, if that's somewhere close to the stage to watch it, or maybe a meet and greet style situation, or just some kind of like free situation where they get some drinks or some food, or maybe you get a food truck sponsored to offset that. I think that really helps, because if we could do an all Rolling Loud VIP fest, we would. You would make more money doing all VIP than you would GA. It's just it's a fact.
So we
and
have
it's a
like-
different type of crowd, right? Where it's like people that are really spending money, they respect each other's space a little bit
Right.
more. They're like, yo, it's cool, like they don't want to get stepped on, they don't want to get this. They wearing some clean shoes.
Right.
Like GA, they throw their shoe off.
Right.
And then they'll be like, yo, you want to share a shoe? It's like, how do you do that?
So they be in the crowd drinking
that's a
out of
piece
Air
of-
Force One and shit.
Yeah, so that's a piece of advice. Like, definitely try and create your uplift is like super important.
Yeah, we have 5 ticket types at Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
We got general admission, which is regular, GA plus, which is a little bit speedier entry plus nicer bathrooms. Then you got
Hey,
VIP.
nicer bathrooms, air conditioned restroom. How much would you pay to take a shit in the field with air conditioning and toilet?
Oh,
paper?
I would actually, because I don't play.
How
that.
much would you pay though?
I play
He
extra
shit
$50.
anyway. He got a prison
$50
stomach.
easy, right? That's my philosophy. I was like, if I was in a field stranded and a magic restroom appeared and they were like, it's got air conditioning, soap, running water, a nice toilet,
You
and
get your
maybe
shit
an
in.
individual in there with mints, I'd be
You know
like,
how many chicks
$50
change?
bucks
Shit.
easy.
He shit in North Philly Burger King.
Yo, you know how many
Man.
chicks? You know how many chicks that love them type
There
of
ain't no
go
Burger
get
King in the
changed?
field though. We're talking about a
I'm
field.
talking about, you know how many asses sat on
No,
that
he
Burger
lying.
King toilet
He's
seat?
lying.
He don't lace it or nothing. He just sit right down.
Fuck out.
So then
Yeah.
we
Keep
got
rashes on his
Wow.
ass.
You know how many girls change in them? In
What is
them
it?
bathrooms
Cortisone
with the
cream
air
you always need?
Yeah,
the fuck
you
out of
need
here.
What you
that.
always need? What is it called?
You lying.
Cortisone cream that
You're
you always
lying.
get. Oh, he's got
Oh
rashes
my
on his
God.
ass.
Lying.
Yeah,
50
so
bucks is
we got
real.
GA plus, then we got VIP, and then we got VIP munchies, which
What's
comes
munchies?
with 10 food tickets.
Damn.
So you could you don't got to worry about paying for food. You got your food tickets that come with your munchies
Feast day.
pass. Yeah.
Up to 10 meals, which if you eat more than that, like you really high.
That's major.
Yeah,
huge.
And then
It's
we've
a
got
great
our
deal, too.
Loud
It's way
Club,
cheaper.
which is our on-site nightclub, which is like a VIP experience. It's a nightclub with sections and celebrities and athletes and all that, and it's minimum 5,000.
That's
per.
the one y'all make the most money off of.
It's very expensive for us to produce it, actually.
Yeah, God
so
damn.
I think like for the amount of like per square foot, it does a lot of business. But ultimately, we do it because we want to elevate the experience for half the individuals that we talked about earlier that I don't even recognize.
Right.
Right? That's why I get in the most trouble. I'm like, they're like, Matt, I'm like,
Tariq know it is.
Right.
Tariq will know more than I do. I'm like,
nah, it's
fucking
funny
like
because
a-
he'll know. We just know different people, man. So
Yeah.
thankfully, it works. Like there was one time where I thought Von Miller was Michael Jordan's son.
What? How the fuck you get that?
Exactly.
No. Wait.
We're at a Heat
No,
game.
no.
Y'all
and
motherfuckers is exactly alike.
We're at a
You
Heat game.
two.
He knows
Because he
sports.
thought Aaron Donald was a fucking wrestler.
I thought
We're at a
yeah.
Heat game, and Matt's like
Powerlifting.
knows Von Miller. They're talking, and I'm like, I'm thinking it's Marcus Jordan. Like, I don't know what the fuck was wrong. This was a couple years ago. I'm sorry, Marcus, because you know I know you. But I don't know what was going on. I don't know if I
Apologize
was
to Vaughn
high.
right now.
Sorry, Von Miller. I don't know if I was high or what it was, but I was like, so you been to
were
Orlando
definitely
lately?
high.
Because I know that Marcus Jordan was living in Orlando. I lived in Orlando for some time. Von Miller looked at me like, what? I was like, shit, this is not Marcus Jordan.
But you know what? That's how I'd be like him. Like he'll know all the athletes, and then when he'd be talking to somebody, I'd be like, yo, you know that's the like he one of the top people at YouTube. He'd be like, who the fuck is that? Or he won Atlantic Records or
I don't know
some
none
shit
of
like
that
that. Like he won.
Like,
Those are the people
can I
that I'm
just
gonna
be-
know.
yeah, I know the man. I know the brand. Oh, he's from GoPuff.
Can I be all the way honest?
Yeah,
Right now, just one time.
go ahead, man.
All right, don't do it.
Go ahead.
We was on the BET. We hosted the BET red carpet. Right now, you gotta understand. I didn't grow up with cable TV,
This is crazy.
so I never seen videos and none of that shit growing up. I never wanted to be in the music game. That was never. I wanted to be Michael Jordan, Dr. J.
This was crazy. I'm glad I was on
hosting the
point.
red carpet.
Oh, man.
And who was it? It was Ed Lover, right?
No, I think it was.
No,
I think
it
it might have
was
been
Ed Lover.
Stickman from Dead Prize or somewhere.
No, it was Ed Lover, and I screamed out, "You legal common sense."
It was somebody.
You was like,
You
I'm like,
thought it was
yo.
Common?
It
Oh,
wasn't-
my
It was
God.
somebody else. I don't think it was Ed. You thought somebody was messing. I'm like, yo, man, what the fuck is you?
But as people walking up, you know me, I'm like this. Common sense.
No, you sure it wasn't meant for me?
No, that was
Red
the
Man.
second one. That's when you told me don't fucking say nothing else.
I'm explaining today because he just don't know who certain artists is. Because I'm breaking everybody down. I'm
Call
grabbing.
Red Man, Method Man?
No, I called my man from one group. I was like, they go Method Man. We got to get him. He
Dead
was
Prez
"That
or
ain't
some
no
stick man,
fucking
somebody."
Method."
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is you doing, cuz?
Yo, speaking of Red Man, he actually likes to do a lot of side jobs. Not like he doesn't just rap or do
Yeah.
movies. He actually drove golf carts for Artist Transportation at Rolling Loud
Yeah,
Miami
it's true.
2019, I believe it was.
fuck you do that for?
They'd be like, yo,
For
'cause
a
he
little
just wanted
payday,
to.
and he thought it'd be fun. I didn't hire him. The artist relations company we were working with that
He
year
just thought
hired
it was
him.
fun.
Yeah.
He was weeded the fuck up.
He was smoking the
Red
whole
Man's
time.
driving golf carts and vans with artists in the back. I'm like, this is lit. Like, I wish I had the mind I have now. I would have had a whole content series about
Around
a
him.
podcast in Red. Yo, Red Man, let's do that podcast. You come drive vans at Rolling Loud, and we do.
That's the bag, Red. I'm getting this to Red. That's the bag.
There you go,
I'm
there you
gonna
go.
listen.
Now he
I need
Red
him.
Man.
Make sure.
Now you Red Man is agent.
No,
We
I
got
need
our
Red-
bags laid out today.
I need you got your bag laid out. I'm gonna make sure, Red Man, you get a part of this IP.
Man,
So
I used to watch your
I
MTV
mean,
Cribs with
they
the
gonna
Sega
take care of you.
Dreamcast.
Yo, that's talking about IP is my last thing I was gonna say. It's so important to protect your IP.
Yes.
Right? Like when you think of an idea, and we talked about this earlier, get the IG, get the
All
TikTok,
that shit.
get the Facebook, get the .com.
Get those
you know,
practical
and then-
things first. Motherfuckers are always like, I need the trademark and the
No,
lawyer.
You
no.
don't need that.
Get the simple shit first.
Yeah, because that shit
Get all
gonna
your
cost you
socials,
money.
your
Yeah.
Gmail, all
Then
that
go
shit.
get the lawyer
There's so
stuff.
much back shit that when you don't think about it, and then all of a sudden you think about it, some other person thought about it,
Yep.
and they took your shit, and then you got to buy it from them. We've had this happen at Rolling Loud. Literally, we didn't have one of the handles. We had an issue with some situation like that, but then it was like even new shit that came up. It was like TikTok. It's like motherfucker took our TikTok. I'm like, well, I guess we ain't on TikTok then. And then TikTok's like, we want Rolling Loud on TikTok. I'm like, well, we want a motherfucking IP, motherfucker. We
Right.
own this shit.
Right.
Like we gonna sue that motherfucker.
Right.
And fuck y'all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
America. Fuck y'all. You know
Love
what
y'all
I mean?
TikTok.
But like, listen.
That's me,
You
man.
don't give a fuck. Yep. That's Gil, the partnership.
See,
But
listen,
I was like-
I know why they get together so well. Because they stay like me and you.
Gil
He
gonna
laid
snap.
back
He gonna say,
well
fuck
and fuck them. They took our shit.
Fuck them, bro.
We were
Come
talking
on.
last night. Matt was like, yo, let me know. Like, you know, I don't give. We were talking about some shit we don't need to talk about here. But he was like, let me know. I'll come through, just bag collect.
I was like, yo, I'll just charge
Alright,
it. I'll
perfect.
press them. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. Like we there. Well, don't forget where you fucking came from, man. Like $1's a dollar, bro. It's principal money at
It's
that
principle.
point. It's
You owe me
disrespectful,
something. I'm
bro.
coming through.
Yeah.
Bet you could bet your life to a suitcase full of shit on that.
Facts.
Now, Who y'all looking forward to seeing? July 21st. Rolling Loud. Florida.
Man.
Yo,
Miami.
I'm a munch.
Oh, you trying to see Ice Spice? No, you know what's so crazy?
Listen.
I guarantee you, Ice Spice, you said this is one of the first places she did a show in Toronto.
Yeah.
She came on stage for free, right?
Yeah.
And now y'all had
Yeah.
to give her a shitload of money.
A good
Yeah,
amount.
yeah, we pay. We're munchkins.
We are.
munch.
We.
She
we're
called me a munch on the red
munchkin,
carpet. She
munchkin,
said I
all
was a
that.
munch.
I'm a munch.
You know, I'm a little salty because she follows one of our team members
And don't follow you.
on Instagram, but she doesn't follow
Because
us.
they initially we said that they were dating. It was gonna be a dating rumor that we created.
How you not gonna follow me? Whatever.
Y'all
It's
cut
all
us
It's
good.
all love, man.
It's
I don't
all
want.
good.
Don't follow me ever.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Do y'all, when y'all paying out, do y'all do all in?
What you mean?
No,
up front?
payments.
No, I'm talking about all in meaning.
Oh no! Yeah.
Oh,
all
yeah,
in,
you have
We
to.
learned that lesson the hard way the first year
Yeah.
when I'm getting called. I went to sleep at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm getting called at 5:30 by Musa, not Currency Musa, but Musa from TDE, Top Dog's son, Musa. And he's like, yo, Reek. Some people call me Reek. And he's like, Reek, the ground transport you got us isn't here. We're stranded at the airport. What the fuck? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know what I slept an hour. We hired the ground transportation company. I don't know why they're not there. He's like, you need to make this shit right
You said
right
never,
now.
never again.
Never again
The
will I.
worst shit
and
ever.
then they go to the hotel and it's early in the morning.
They
at
don't-
the
they
Fountain
can't
Blue,
book-
they can't check in, so they're calling
So they
me.
mad at you.
They're coming to
He
the
hates
hotel
that.
right now with some weed. Schoolboy Q is pissed.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Hospitality's
All right,
the
boom.
worst, bro.
You- Like,
All
but
in
so
only.
here's the thing. What makes us
All
different
in
is
only.
I did it. I got up out of bed. Matt was up all night as well. Got up out of bed. Brought him the weed. Got him right. But to also learn the lesson, we do all in deals from now on.
All in,
Always,
never.
But we
always.
just came from a cloth of like we used to pick the artists up
all
from
in.
the airport
All that shit, that's
in my
over with.
truck
Yeah.
because I drove a Tahoe
Full
at the time.
concierge
Like
service,
I've driven
baby.
every artist in my truck back in
I'm
the day.
all in.
So we thought we needed to provide those
I heard
details
your
for
truck
them to
going in
want
the
to do
museum.
it. I still own the truck and it will go in our museum. I'm not getting
It's
rid of
got
that
it,
thing.
bro.
Yeah.
That shit was our tour bus.
Yeah. So
How
yeah.
many miles on that thing?
Oh, over 200,000
Yeah,
for sure.
easy.
Like,
It's just about to
a lot.
explode.
Yeah, we drove it all over the state of Florida every month. Like,
All right, so now
clockwork.
this is I'm Samuel No Jackson, negotiator. I need to make sure that we got to figure out
Deal.
how $1 million worth of game.
That's how convincing he is.
How $1 million worth of game is infused inside of Rolling Loud. Not this one is coming up, but like
I
next
like that.
year,
I like
we got to
that.
do something where
I mean,
we
we
do
can talk about this
exclusive.
year.
Yeah, let's run it right now.
We're going to talk about that. Well, we do some exclusive stuff because I'm willing deal. I mean, whereas we
fuck does
infuse
that
inside. First of all, we need lifetime. We need lifetime all. Listen. We need lifetime all access. So
Deal.
you know what I
we
mean?
got
So
a
we
ticket
take-
for that. It's called Loud Punks. It's an NFT. Gets you lifetime rolling.
All right,
Loud
well, I
access.
need that. We need that so I can
Go
come
ahead.
through.
We
Go
can
ahead,
get him
send
a
him
punk. Let's give him a punk.
Take care of my
Get you a
people.
punk.
But we need to do something on there. We need a soundproof spot on Rolling Loud Festival so we could do interviews.
I'm down. We could do that
I
this
like that.
time.
Let's do that.
Or
Let's
if you
run
guys
that.
want to do live stream interviews, we live stream the show.
Yeah,
this
we
year,
can
this year we're
figure it
live
out.
streaming on
You could be
Amazon
mobile.
Music,
We gotta
Live
figure-
stream would be
or
better.
Amazon and
We-
Twitch.
but
Live
got-
stream's big.
And then we're going to talk
Good
about
eyes. Wear those hats.
We're going to talk about presenting sponsor Rolling Loud with $1 million worth of game on our. We're going to talk about it. We just
I
got
like
Yo,
this.
listen, if you want to be the presenting sponsor of Rolling Loud, it needs to be $1 million worth of game times 10.
No. This is what I'm saying. I'm talking about y'all coming over here. We're not
10
talking.
million, we make a deal right now.
10 million?
Yeah.
For what?
Got
So fucking close.
I almost got it.
I'm watching it. I'm like, oh.
To be the presenting sponsor over here?
him. No. We talking about. We all could come over here and be a
Oh,
presenting
present
sponsor.
for y'all.
Man, you
gonna
switched it real quick. on
Presented,
us.
sponsored, presented by.
I thought we were
Rolling
getting money. Now
Loud.
they're trying to take the money.
Or
No,
you could pay us to handle all the logistics. We got a team for that.
We gonna figure something out.
Who going to sell it better than us? You know?
I agree with that.
Presented by.
Rolling Loud.
But we need a soundproof room over there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get that lawyer. Get on top of the IP. Nobody can use soundproof rooms at festival if $1 million worth of game is not doing it.
Yeah.
You gotta get to lock that shit
Out.
in. I'm gonna call the lawyer as soon as I get off. Got 3 of them
I'll put
motherfuckers.
you in the air conditioned restroom with some walls.
No, it gotta be soundproof because you're hearing all the music. How can you get a good interview
I'm
when
gonna
you?
soundproof the restroom now.
Yeah, that ain't bad. Soundproof that bitch. Because I can take a shit. Hold up, I got to take a shit.
Oh, that's
You don't even got to move. You sitting on the
you
toilet
just
already.
I mean, yeah, that's deep.
With his prison stomach, the way he shit. Look at my cameraman's like, oh my God, we wait everywhere for him because I'm taking a smash.
I'll be there. I'm coming.
And then what I'm saying is like he come to my house, right? He'll be in the bathroom shitting and have a full conversation with you through the door. Yo, cuz, so hold on.
No, the door is
I'm a
closed.
shitting. I need shitting partners.
The
It's
door is
weird.
closed.
You've
I
always been
have
that.
the door
The
open
door
here.
is closed.
So
now
I need
they're
to
like
talk.
this time.
I need to have a
Not me.
conversation.
No,
Man,
I feel
I need my
alone.
pri-
I gotta
privacy.
concentrate on my shit.
He slid up on the door one time. I was watching some porn, taking a shit. He told me, why you in there watching?
whoa, bam, bam, bam.
No, he told me, why you watching
Same
porn, taking
time?
a shit?
That's a flag.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just like this.
How you take a shit?
He listening to the door.
people
Damn,
take
you look
shits and get head though, low
That's
key.
a
So what's
blumpkin.
that called if you watching? If it's a blumpkin when you're getting head, what is it when you're watching
I don't know.
porn?
I don't know. He
Have
was
you
just-
ever taken a shit on a Toto toilet?
No.
I'm gonna buy you a Toto toilet.
What the fuck is that?
It is the most magical experience of
What
your
type of toilet
entire
is it?
life. Imagine if you're watching porn while taking a shit and there's a button that, might feel like your ass is being eaten.
Oh, no.
Oh, he loved it.
I can already see it in your eye. He's in denial, but
He like an ass eating
And
toilet.
it's got heated seat too.
I don't know about watching porn on the toilet, but like, yo, the Toto's a
I'll
movie.
give you one of them for your birthday.
Cleans your
Wait,
butthole.
what? Oh,
it's
he
all
loved
it's the heat seated. Imagine you.
No, I'm down with the
sitting
heated
there in
seats,
Philly,
yeah.
bro.
The heat.
It's got a
seated.
blow dryer on it.
Wait,
dryer,
the
yeah.
only time you had a heated seat is when your celly got up off the toilet and you sat down on that motherfucker. It was still warm.
Get the fuck
you
outta
mean
here.
You like
No, I done
heated
been in some top flight spots, man.
Where?
Don't worry about it. You gonna be
At
right
Gillie
there.
Fest.
We stay at the Four Seasons.
July
Gillie Fest
29th.
comes with Toto toilets. Get
Turtle
them to
toilets,
sponsor.
yup. We gonna do
Bro,
that.
that's the one that Drake
Toto.
bought Khaled those. You remember that when he was like, "Yo, Drake got me these
I'm
$40,000
just saying-
toilets." You remember when he
I
posted
need
that
them
shit?
I
type
remember
of
that.
fucking friends.
Me too, bro.
Yeah.
Spend 80,000 on my toilet.
Yo, speaking about birthdays, here's another thing. The more successful you become, the less presents you get.
Sucks.
You know, I got a lot of
crazy.
presents. My birthday was last week. I got a lot of presents. And he know I'm the type of person, I don't want nothing. I don't
Yeah.
even want nothing.
I ain't get shit for my
I like the
birthday.
gesture
He didn't
though.
want me
I
to.
spent 20 grand on a dinner to invite people to my birthday. I ain't get
No,
shit.
that's true.
Damn. They like, you got everything, bro.
That's what they feel
fuck,
like. But
everybody
you
like,
know,
The
fuck
fuck they gonna give you?
a hug.
That would be nice.
A
I did get
fucking
some hugs.
hug.
I did get some hugs. They feel good.
It do feel good when a motherfucker
It's
call you. Like,
nice.
nah, just see
Yeah.
him on the call, see how you was doing,
Yeah,
man.
just check in.
Yeah, but it's never that.
check in on your
Somebody's
friends.
It's
always
always like
asking for
you know
some
what
shit.
it is. The people that are really good at it, they'll call you, they'll check on you, they won't ask you for anything.
They double back.
Then they'll call you in a week
Or text you.
Yeah, it's good.
and then ask you for something.
They're clever.
It's like, damn, like I know what you're doing because I've done that
Mm-hmm.
before, but also like fuck you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You don't love me.
Now
But no,
ready.
we didn't answer your question though. Who we excited to see? You know, we got Travis Scott, we got Lil Uzi, we got Playboy Cardi, we got A$AP Rocky. All of them supposed to be dropping albums before the festival.
Yeah, it's
Uzi drops this Friday. We're very excited about that.
Philly.
I need the all access behind the scenes Rolling Loud credentials. Cause I'm like media, right?
Well, you know what that's gonna cost you?
I ain't gonna cost me nothing. We
$1
already negotiated.
million worth of game.
Facts.
We only deal with millions over here and some
That's it.
cents.
That's it.
That's it. 1,023,000.
Ain't that-
And nah, we would love it if you guys would come. We
We
could
coming.
Facts.
We gonna come
Coming,
July
man. We are
21st.
guests.
We gotta get there. We gonna come and roll around with y'all. Just
I need some
cap some
game, man.
content.
I like
We got-
that.
It's just gonna be us four, the camera guys, and we gonna get some content.
I got the same shirt as your camera guy over here.
Oh, you got a Tierra? Shout out Tierra Wagons on this Rolling Out.
She's not on this one.
Well, I
but
need to get on there.
I don't know how I was blessed, but they sent me a little care pack a couple years ago. With
we gotta
that,
get on
and they
Roll
had
Out.
that shirt and the same thing, but a hoodie.
Hey,
Listen, I went on
he don't
Roll
know
Out.
how he was blessed. He got the biggest tour. I don't know how I got it. Why they even send it to me?
Now you see it and you're like, man, I gotta book her. See, that's paying off. That's marketing
He
right
got the
there.
biggest festival in the world. Talk about that. I don't know why they sent it to me.
Facts.
They sent it to you because you're very important. And you're doing
But-
big
Yeah,
shit
book
out
them.
here.
Problem is, I wear the same shit every day.
Shit, me too, man.
It's not a problem. It's a solution.
It's a solution,
Yeah.
right? Getting fly is hard, man.
Hey, Tierra Wack. Listen, I'm doing an interview right here on $1 Million Worth of Game. I got Matt and Tariq, the owners of Rolling Loud, and my cameraman got I was adopted by Tierra wear Tierra Wax shirt on. He like, I got one of them shirts. Tierra Wax, this the owner of Rolling Loud, Tariq. I said, so right now, I need y'all to give it like $450 for a show. I'm negotiating for people. I'm negotiating for Thug. Like $450. She gonna do a show. I'm just saying, I got a negotiator. She from Philly. She need like $450.
Listen, $425 since he got the t-shirt on. He got the t-shirt
$425.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm negotiating. So they give you a cut. We gonna get Tierra, but we gotta get on Rolling Loud. She got some new shit coming. It's exclusive.
No, we'd love to have her back for sure.
They want you back.
$425.
For no, fuck no. You couldn't get her to breathe. She can't even get on the phone for that. Shit, is you kidding me?
I'm playing.
But he like, yo, I don't know how I got it. I said, man, they took care of it. They sent him a package. I said, yeah, T know who the fuck y'all is, but make sure I'm working on the 450. I'm gonna call you when I lock it in. Tell Kanika I'm gonna call him.
It's Wallow Agency.
All right.
This motherfucker's an idiot.
Yo, we should start an agency together, man.
I'm
It'd
with
be
it.
great.
You think, listen, man.
I'm already sold on half the shit you saying.
Listen, I'm with it. I'm with that shit. I get anybody on the phone too.
Oh, who we
That
calling
better
now,
be Thug.
man?
That better be Thug right now.
I'm very intrigued right now.
What's up, baby?
Now listen, I had to call you and give you props. I'm sitting right here with Tariq and Mac of Rolling Loud. We shoot $1 million worth of game, and they was giving you your prop, Musa. They was giving you.
That's the home.
Oh, Musa.
What up?
They was giving you props. They was like early in the game in the beginning. You and Currency took care of them.
Yep. Look. That's always been the love with us. Tariq and Matt. One thing about them, bro. They held it down. They stuck to their word when they said, like, when we first jumped in the game. He was like, Tariq was like, Musa, you the only one to answer my emails. I was trying to book my draws before you, and motherfuckers didn't take me seriously. Mm-hmm. And then he said, since then, I promise you, I want you on every Rolling Loud. and he been keeping his word. Every Rolling Loud, I'm steadily getting offers.
You gonna make me cry, Musa.
They ain't got no stand-up people like that, no Rollo. You know that.
I know.
From the old school, it's hard to find a stand-up motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
And I give Matt and Tariq 100% stand-up dudes.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Listen,
Yes, sir.
I'll be down there on the 30th. If I got to do Essen Fest, I'm coming through.
Cool. Well, we got the call show on the 1st.
All right, I'll be through there. Love.
All right, brother.
Love.
All right, Musa.
Love Musa.
Yeah, man.
That's the
Yeah.
guy right there.
Tell you, I heard it from the horse's mouth.
That
These are some
touched
good
my heart.
dudes,
That
man.
touched my heart right there, man.
Good guys, man.
I like how people answer your calls though. You 2 for 2.
Shit, we can call anybody. Get a bomb on the phone, man. Rolling Loud. We got some tickets for you.
We got another call. Who now?
I think his daughter came to our show because she was supposed to enjoy badass shit, or no? Was that?
Did that happen?
Who would you call it?
Or maybe she was just posting some Joey shit,
came.
and maybe we were like, "Oh man, we should invite her."
All right, so you're not bulletproof. You finally got someone that didn't answer.
He tried to call Ricky Minaj, his old celly.
He might be my man right here. Might be in Jamaica.
Ricky ain't answer.
All right.
Yeah, fuck,
I
we
call
ain't got
whoever,
time
man.
for you to be calling motherfuckers.
I want
man.
to be because I realize I'm ready to do. Hit me up, Rolling Loud. Listen, I
Listen,
want to
it's
get on
Wallow
Rolling
at
Loud.
rollingloud.com is his email address now.
I'm ready to
and-
start negotiating, man. Fuck
and
that.
We're taking off. Listen, if you're a rapper and you're not happy with your booking agent, come to Rolling Loud. Wallow will be
I
your
will get you
agent.
directly on Rolling Loud. I'm
Yep.
telling you, I'm not playing. You know what I mean? Me not fucking playing.
You lying. You just sit here lying.
No, I'm ready to start a whole different division of Rolling Loud. It's going to be the trailer park division.
What they perform at trailer parks?
No, that's where they're going to stay at. I'm going to get a bunch of trailer parks. The artists I'm getting, they getting booked. That's where they're going to get. We're going to hook the trailer park up, it's AC, and it's going to be a vibe in that joint.
Hey, man. We want to thank y'all for coming through
Appreciate
and giving
y'all,
us
man.
the game. This motherfucker to turn to Rolling Loud.
I got a lot of booking to take care. I got to get this email going to be jumping after this shit, boy.
Hey, so y'all know when y'all be getting them calls talking about a motherfucker said 500. It's gonna be
That's him, bro.
It's gonna be him getting the 500. Yeah, I'm gonna get you on there. Give me 500.
Fuck, I can't do nothing with no finding. That won't put gas in my car.
Yo, but we had a deal today though. The deal was we dropped some game, And you got to get tattooed today.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a tattoo.
You.
I'm
Yes.
going.
By
Matt,
me.
listen. Matt is going to get me my first ever
Rolling Loud tattoo.
$1 million worth of game.
You said it was Rolling Loud.
I said it was $1 million worth of game. He going to do the logo
And he
$1
said
million
he
worth
wanted
of
rolling.
game.
He was like, he wanted on the small.
Yeah,
of
but you
his
got
back.
when you're getting tatted, you got to be blindfolded.
No, I got to
I
see
was
that
like, you
shit.
want rolling loud on the small of your
Matt
back?
was going to hook me up, man.
What are you?
Nah, you know where he wanted is under the.
Get the fuck
you
outta
know when they
here.
do rolling loud.
He
One
told-
on.
The fuck
he
out
want
of here.
You sound like dessert right now.
Oh!
Matt is fucking crazy, man.
He fucked you up. He said you want.
Listen, man. We ready to take a tour of the Rolling Loud office. Matt got a top-notch fucking tattoo parlor next door. It's unbelievable. It don't even look like that. Don't even look like no tattoo shop.
It's not.
He got a fucking old school car park
Old school
right
car
in the
park.
middle of
For
that.
no
That was
reason.
that's where I used to get tattooed. That came about because I used to bring tattoo artists to tattoo me in my crib. And then I was like, this is not a vibe. So I started getting tattooed here. And then that's why you see the cars and the video games. Like
The video games,
so
all that.
fucking-
That video game
it's
was
the
everything.
pad, bro.
Yes,
Sick.
But we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all came. Y'all gave
No,
up a
likewise.
lot.
Appreciate y'all, man. A lot of game today.
July 29th,
Rolling loud,
Gillie
man.
Fest.
July
July
21st through
21st.
23rd.
rolling loud.
Listen, 21st,
Yes.
23rd, Rolling
Rolling
Loud,
Loud.
Miami is
The
going down.
biggest.
It's
The
going down.
biggest.
Listen,
The biggest.
Any last of the people trying to get booked, listen. Give me
Wall at
$100,000.
rollingout.com.
Fuck out of
Give me
here.
$100,000. I get you a Rolling Loud. You gonna be on the main stage. You opening up in front of Uzi. Give me $100,000. I get you open up. You only gotta listen. You gotta. I'm talking about a good 15-second song. Just make a song that's 15 seconds. I get you in when the credits is rolling. Bang.
Hey, you can do it
100,000.
during Ski Mask set.
Send your
Just
cash app,
break us
Venmo.
off.
Shout out to Ski Mask. I mean, I take cash out ready.
Cash
Cash out ready, right? That's what they say. What?
Cash App ready.
Well, I'm booking. I want you to just be a manager, man. Just
Shut
like
up.
get 30%. Get 30% of everything you got. Your ad, your publishers,
30?
your merch.
30?
Yeah, I need everything. Fuck that. I got
Very
30.
good.
Because I'm gonna get them across in the beginning of the front of the line. You ain't gonna wait. I'm gonna change the game.
And you get an air-conditioned trailer.
I know the publishers, so you're gonna get a good pub deal. I got a crazy merch company. We're gonna get you the merch. So I got the digital, the content. So I need 30%
I'm
of
sold
everything.
already.
Shows, everything.
Yo, will you manage us?
Yeah.
Yes,
We trying to get some bags, do a little
What?
speaking
Hey,
engagements
man,
and
that y'all
stuff.
don't
I
worry
get
about
y'all
it.
some fucking
Get y'all
bags.
popping.
30%.
We
You
get y'all
kidding me?
popping fast.
I need a Barstool deal.
Oh, I can get that. I can make a fucking phone call.
Well,
I just
phone
need
call.
this. First,
Right now,
first. I gotta get the
get on
contract.
phone.
Let me get the contract together first. I gotta get my rations. What I'm getting.
My ration.
Fuck that.
He's gonna eat off the
30%.
front and the back.
That's the name of my company. 30%. I ain't
good.
playing. But think about this. If I go get an artist, right? Nobody know you. I'm gonna give you all this exposure that me and Gil, you're gonna be on all these platforms. So Gil got 3 million followers. I got 2.2 million followers.
You gonna let him do you like that?
Are
You
you
need a
two-
50-50 deal. I'll go production.
Listen, production good too, but I'm just trying to be
30%
nice.
cheap.
We got
for
a million
that.
on TikTok.
50%. No, 60% deal. I'm doing 60% deals.
Yeah, I like that.
I need
now.
60%.
60%.
Damn.
That's the
What
name
the
of the
fuck you
company.
mean, damn? You was
See,
just broke.
You want them young, but you want them old heads and them young niggas to figure the game out and dust you
You
off.
think
man.
they gonna worry about that? Now,
They-
listen,
they'll
listen.
dust you right
Think
off
about
in
this.
your
Yeah,
condo.
man.
Think about this. I'm gonna take you to the next level. You're gonna go from living in the hood
Bro.
to driving motherfucking Lamborghinis, $1 million worth of jewelry. You
Bro,
think you weren't?
all them
$1 million
dudes say that.
worth of jewelry and a Lamborghini. The deliverables are crazy you're offering right now.
I know, but what I'm saying is,
No, I'm
Signing
saying-
bonus.
right.
I
What
like
I'm
that.
saying is,
I'm signed. I got
The
it.
jewelry might not be real.
How many artists that we know? They got everything you talk about. They got Lamborghinis, they got Maybachs, they got
And $1
all
million
the
in
foreigns,
jewelry.
they got the $1 million jewelry, they got the big house, and they still look at the record label and say, "Y'all robbed me."
Or they go like this. And they keep paying.
Because when they realize the game, eventually that same kid who you gonna do that to,
true.
he's gonna realize the game.
Especially if you ain't got your publishing.
And then it's
I ain't
cool.
gonna take you
It's
from
cool
that
when he
to
doing
30.
his first shows and he get 90,000 and he's sending you 60. Ah, a little 30. Yeah, I'm happy. After about 2 years, yeah, man. Go ahead and dust the old head off, man. Get old head the fuck out of here, man.
But you gotta think about
Not
it.
lying though, but at the same time, they gave him that opportunity. It's like a double-edged
It
sword,
is.
you know.
It
30
is.
What if I put $1 million into you and I
Facts.
might lose it?
You might.
You're right. But that's why you always got to be willing to come to the back to the table and negotiate with these
Yeah.
kids. That's all I'm saying.
You gotta negotiate with them. You
You
got
gotta,
to.
you know, all right. I got the best of you for 2 years. Come
I
on,
got
let's-
all
let's
my
get-
money. Yeah,
let's
I got
straighten
too
this
much.
out a little bit more. All right, we happy. All right.
We made 100
2
million.
more
We
years.
made
But
You
does
gotta
deals
make it
come with
back.
Gillie writing the raps? Do the deals come with you writing the raps?
Shit, no, I ain't. I'm done with that
He
shit.
done with that.
I ain't got no time for that shit.
Too old for that shit.
Yeah, we in the
I ain't too
studio
old
right now,
playing.
though.
My mouthpiece platinum in 111
It's
countries.
over.
I don't know that shit you talking about too old.
I
just
think
don't do
you
it
need
no
to be
more.
on the Rolling Loud Records album.
Yeah, I got a verse for
I might
I
come over there.
barbecue
Alright,
bake somebody.
My tattoo, you drop the track.
I barbecue bake a few artists. You got some artists that's on there.
No, it needs to be you.
Oh shit! So I got to put the whole
Or my
record
client
together.
here, you could write for my
No,
client.
we got
and
some
I'll
open
manage you.
verses. We got some songs with
I'm
some
talking
open
about I
back.
can write on there and barbecue bake them. So I'll flay them, all that.
Yo.
You're
listen.
making me hungry.
How about
talking
this? How
like
about
that.
this? How about this? I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all didn't even know, right? I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Who we calling?
Look, no, we ain't calling nobody.
No, please don't do this shit.
No, I gotta let them hear my single. I got a single. Y'all can book me for Rolling Out.
Maybe.
You know, listen, look. I got a single called "I'm Dripping." Look, right here is on what's the name? Look.
I'm dripping, drip, drip, dripping. Dripping, I'm dripping. I buy you a bag, I'm dripping. Look at my bread, I'm
What kind of
book me.
bag?
You in a bag,
Just
I'm
listen.
bagging. I burn
Imagine when this come on and the whole crowd.
drip, drip, dripping. Spring water out of me, 'cause I'm dripping.
Water everywhere.
I buy you a bag, I'm dripping.
Water.
Throwing the water everywhere.
Water.
That shit splashing.
Water.
I'm snapping.
I'm burping you, and I'm dripping.
I'm getting
Just
amped
go-
up right
I got
now.
my DJ, Sway, the remix guy from Atlanta. He did the beat.
Nah.
I'm not even gonna allow them.
Listen.
I'm not listening to this shit.
You hear the water? Everybody just, the water going everybody. Everybody wet. This shit is gonna go viral. Sway, the remix god. You heard that shit?
I love that guy.
The water just everywhere spraying. Shit just start raining.
Everybody just throwing water on you. Huh?
I closed the show with this.
You got a Jamaican wife
Listen,
beat
listen.
on with the
Oh,
holes
listen.
in it. Everybody just throw
I'm
water
a
on you.
Fishnet joint.
I'm gonna give y'all a deal. Give me 215. 215K.
How many cents?
$215.
Man, they never made
You need to add
2,000.
cents.
Man, this is the rolling out.
Look at this shit.
We appreciate y'all, and it's just like that. Right.